Beautiful. Good evening everyone and welcome to Contest of Speed Tier 1. My name is Matt, usually co-commentating on a Tuesday with Danny, and tonight I have been joined by the one and only Mr. Senor Blades.
Good evening, Matt. Good evening. Hopefully going to get some good action tonight at the historical Interlagos circuit here in Sao Paulo.
Yeah, we're a bit slight out of breath if you couldn't tell. Just rushing around with some technical difficulties. People not being able to log out of Twitch and then log into Twitch, but luckily I have been the chosen one that's been able to do so. And Tier 1 should, as you said, provide a lovely prospect this evening.
And Montana, the Mercedes driver, championship leader. Over former Tier 1 champion Fruitful Coat. He'll be the first one to set a lap time. He's coming round the last corner here. DRS is open. He's going to cut the beam with a 106.9 to start us off.
Fairly sedate by Tier 1 standards.
And his teammates not far behind him. They're going to try the toe, I think. They are trying the toe.
Well, let's have a look then, let's see how effective this toe is.
Down the retroposter, Montana pulls out of the way as Vaporizer comes into Tier 4. Championship leaders as well, the Mercedes, by an absolute mile over Williams.
Now, Blades, I've looked in the Twitch chat and I'm now very excited.
Why? Who said what? Is it wet?
We've had information from the NSX Garage, NSX Unseen, who raced last night, said it's a wet race. So times may not be as quick as we think, but it is Tier 1, so we never know.
How wet is it?
How wet is it? That would be great. Whether it's intermediates or full wets, there is a significant difference as Vaporizer is just finishing his lap. Let's see how well the toe has helped the Mercedes boys, and he does a 1:07.2.
I think he's I wouldn't be surprised if he was running a lower downforce, a higher downforce setup than normal.
Yep.
Obviously, for wet weather coming in the race.
Just going to have a quick look at the standings. No standings tonight, because obviously everything's been rushed into action, but
we are of course glad that we get to bring you lovely people
yes,
best that Contest of Speed has to offer.
the supposed cream of the crop. Obviously a lot of guys have progressed through the actual tiers in Contest of Speed, those that have stayed for multiple seasons. We got the likes of Jacob, Slater's moved up as well. Who else has moved up? Matrix has also moved up from 3 to 1 over the years. And then the other presidents like Jordan, Fruitful, and Thomas still kicking around, which is good. Two reserves.
Oh, Carlsbury's gone.
Carlsbury has
Is
gone.
that in the pit then? I think that's in the pit.
That is in the
Do we
pit.
have a qualifying ban?
You tell me.
I shall tell you in a moment.
Two reserves stepping in this evening. It is KD in the Racing Point, who's not on track, and the other one, I shall go and find him if he's around. Where is he?
He is around.
He's
around. Out on track.
He's out on track. It is DK88, who's just set his first time with a 107.9. Nice and sedately done.
One half of Team Ding.
A wet race, so I presume by the saying wet, it's going to be the full wets.
Wet.
Yes. Which is
That's exciting.
good to see.
Carlsbury did not have so that's interesting.
It's
I don't know,
interesting.
maybe he thought he had a quali ban?
Oh, God knows. Who knows? I don't know anymore. Who knows?
Yeah, he was the only penalty, I believe, in France was Carlsbury, and I think it was a time penalty.
I know that would be a quali ban then. It's a time penalty and is 20 seconds and a quality ban for cutting the corners in France. Yes, we had a few victims of that this week, which was interesting to say the least.
I mean, a great shame for them, but it came down to Taylor with 25 points, so...
Yep, can't complain.
Getting back up there in the overall constructors.
I need to stop skipping through the things, I can't help it, it's just habit. And I've just missed Jacob to finish that lap. He did a 107 flat. So times, once again, as we saw last night, should be extremely close. If you missed last night, Tier 2 was separated from 1st to 19th, which was the entire grid. 6.5 tenths. That was it. So, short circuit, and should be fairly close in timings. Shall
we introduce the new boy, Matt?
The new boy.
Out on track.
The new boy. You can do.
The new boy.
Shall we? I don't want to put any pressure on the lad.
Extend a big contest of speed welcome to a new Tier 1 driver in the Alfa Romeo, the Italian in the Italian team, Asico. Don't know if that is how you say it, but that's how I'm going to say it.
No, but I'll be secretly rooting for him. He's another Alfa Romeo teammate. And it seems, you know, the Constructors' Championship thing is getting noticed this season. I think everyone's enjoying it. We're looking to use it.
With the new reserve system, especially, people are starting to pay more attention to the overall Constructors rather than just their tier. Which obviously DK and KD filling in from AM, trying to score some points for their team. It's really nice to see that we're the full grid.
Yeah, it is. There was some banter flying around between the EU4 boys earlier about between the Williams and the Alfa Romeos. They know who they were, and it was getting a bit heated, but you know.
Was it getting tasty?
It was getting tasty, but that's, you know, we've got a competitive bunch. That's what we come to expect. I just want to check in with people that are listening that the sound quality is okay. Apparently I was a little bit quiet last night, so hopefully you can hear me loud and clear as the new guy is up by 3 tenths, so he's going to put himself, well, up a couple of places, but...
Yeah, he carries on, he's low fuel, but probably right to carry on. He goes for 107.1.
Yeah, getting to a couple of attempts out the last sector. That out the last corner, traction out of there is vitally important, isn't it?
Yeah, especially if you get on the power too early, you're just gonna completely lose the lap. All in one corner. So it's a tough one to get right. The second sector as well, really tough to get right.
Trying to find someone. Nope, everyone I've gone on so far, I've had 4 goes that all invalidated a lap or are coming in. But I will stay on board with NSX Yell unless he's going to come into the pits. He's got that flashing red icon, which probably suggests he's coming in.
Calzo is on a lap. For your viewing pleasure.
Beautiful, and he's 2 tenths up as well, even better. So, good start by the Red Bull driver.
Yeah, Scott got a podium last time I was here, I believe.
He's one of those guys in this tier that just, if anything happens, and he has got some decent pace to challenge the big scoring points.
You expect him to be there.
He just picks it up, doesn't he? Just picks it up.
Expect him to be there, just behind maybe the front runners, and picks up what they leave behind. Really, if there's an accident, he's always there to pick it up.
Slightly deep into the last corner, nearly 4 tenths up on the lap, maybe able to get a little bit of slipstream from the car in front, hugging the inside of the pit wall and goes to a 107.1.
But like we say, this rain is going to hamper a lot of people's lap times.
Well, that's the thing, we don't know who's actually running wet setups or hard setups or dry setups to get track position because of the
Milan's on that.
the DRS train.
Milan's
Yeah.
2.5 tenths up.
He's 2.5 tenths up. I will
In
jump.
Renault.
I'll jump to him first, and I will jump back to Slater as we watch Milan drive to the line. Recent addition to constant speed EU1, and is another person in the 107.1s. Getting very snug, isn't it?
It's very tight in the midfield, so from P6 all the way down to P14, separated by 3 tenths, which is really nice to see. There's a Ferrari off the road.
That will
That
be
is Matrix.
It's Matrix. Probably getting out of the way is very difficult in that part of the track, and Slayer maintains the delta. He was up in sector 2 and posts a 106.7. He's although he's still there, so I'd like to get. Let's just spam through. I'm sorry, Matrix finally moves out the way. Don't want to get disqualified, otherwise he'll be starting from the back, which wouldn't be particularly very good. I think he's on the old low fuel mode, so that would be why it's taken his time to get back round. NSX Vaporizer, another man on the move.
Coming to the line now. Comes round that last corner. We call it a corner. It's more of a kink, really.
It's a bit like Austria, isn't it?
Yeah, that second turn of Austria, that isn't actually a turn.
But officially it is, apparently, so...
It's more of an isn't.
Yes, Danley isn't straight, would you say?
Danley isn't, yeah.
Well, we saw Slater a moment ago. Let's jump over to his teammate Jacob. I've alluded to this a couple of times in the past, but I spoke to Danny about this the other day. Jacob is probably the feel-good story out of contest speed. One of the guys that have come up through from EU3 all the way up to EU1 over the past couple of seasons, and to see his progression has been fantastic to watch, and has battered it with the big boys this season. He is currently third in the championship, tied with Vaporizer, which he himself may not have expected, because we know these NSX guys are very strong. So as Asakon goes up to 6th on debut. What have you made of the debutants this week? We saw a couple last night. We've got another one on viewing
I was there
tonight.
watching the guides last night. They didn't really look like they were challenging that much, but you never know. Could just be a bad track for them. I thought Ultimate Bone was the best driver on the track. Obviously, that Alpha Tauri.
Oh,
Best driver
there it is. It was interesting watching him and Hijack were probably having a 12-round boxing match by the looks of things. At least had 7 rounds. They were battling away, and that just shows the competitiveness of EU2. And it should be the same in EU1 times again. Relatively close, as you said earlier about the midfield.
I think when Montana comes round to start his final run, I'm going to have a go at a full lap.
Oh, are you?
In all the corners. So I made Danny do it in Italy. So it's only right.
Yeah, that's because the man's been there though. He's got experience.
Yeah, I've never been to Brazil, but I know most of the corners.
I'll just go, yeah, that's a right-hander, that's a left-hander, that's a right-hander, that's a left-hander. That's a heavy braking zone. That's why...
Montana coming out on the track near the frigate.
Yeah, just watching Jordan, a little bit squirrely on the exit. That could compromise. He's only marginally up. Is he going to improve? He will drive to the line and see what happens. Does improve time margin and a position up to 4th for Jordan, who's currently 5th in the championship.
Montana's slowing down. I'm not sure he's got the time to do that, although you never know, we might be right.
Yeah, we're always on an offset, aren't we?
Yeah.
VR46 Bowling, I'm just going to call him Bowling, is on a lap. Missed last week, back this week. Good to see him back. Had a little bit of traffic. Oh, squirrely on the exit. Everyone's just slowing down ahead as well. This is the problem.
Championship leader coming round for his final run now. This should be the quickest the track is.
Jordan's gone again, by the way, on those softs.
He's a madman.
Absolute madman.
So Montana down into the centre S. Needs a good exit out of here as he comes onto the curve of the Sol. Which leads him round onto the Retro Costa. Waiting for him is the double left now. Braking at 50 metres for Desida Del Lago. Coming up the hill, this long right Ferradura. 50 metres again, you just lift off. Power through. As he comes now through the left-hander of Pinheirinha. And up towards Bico de Pato. Very hard to lose it there if you put the drop down too early. Coming now to Yunsao, that famous pass in 2008. Lewis Hamilton on Team Robot. Coming round the flat out final corner. What will the championship leader be able to do?
Hugs it.
It's a minor improvement.
And goes above through.
Troop pulls in.
Yeah. Well, he did that before, I feel, so that'll be it. Just going to jump down to the likes of Matrix, who may or may not want to improve.
Here comes Asako, looking to improve.
Yeah, he's behind it. Matrix improves marginally. Asako, no, didn't improve.
That's going to be it. And that's going to be it for qualifying.
Yeah, it is.
Here at Interlagos, just waiting for Jordan to creep round.
Now, I'm concerned for Jordan.
Well, but he's up there with the big boys.
No, not on his pace. It's more the tyres. I've got the graphic on where he's done his best time.
Yeah,
3 laps. It wouldn't matter though, but yeah, you're right. But
it's raining, so
I'm thinking if it dries out, he has and there's enough time for a fresh set of softs at the end. He hasn't really got one.
He hasn't got one, has he? Which is a shame for Jordan, but.
So,
look at
tight end contested qualifying. Top 3 guys separated by less than 3/4 of a tenth. And then Slater, J Ghost, Young Lights, Vaporizer, Asako 8th on debut, who'd be probably happy with that one. Milan 9th, KD 10th, Jacob 11th, Calzo, Matrix, Yorno, Thomas, Yelt, Konzo, DK88, Mads, and Galsbury.
And make sure you scroll down so Titcher doesn't have a go.
Yes, I just did. That's why I did the second half of that really quickly. I was going to go with WTF1 Matt
rundown.
Gallagher race rundown. Yeah.
Oh, and it is raining.
That is monsoon-like conditions.
It is damp in Brazil, but what else do you expect? I think this is the first rain of the week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think AM2 was dry last night. Unfortunately, I didn't stay up to watch the end of it. I fell asleep, not because of the commentary, but in fact it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, it wasn't really. I found out Milan pressed the button though first. Oh dear, and I don't think it was a minute.
Head of stewards, Matt. Just.
Nothing. Yep. Yeah. Got to keep an eye out on these things. On the whole, though, pretty good. A couple of people have followed in the stream. I will find you because I saw your names earlier. But thank you for doing so already. Andre, thank you for the follow. Tashel, thanks for the follow. And that's all I can see at the moment. Yeah, nice to have nearly 50 people come and watch EU1.
And a bit of aquaplaning it looked like. Coming through the curve of the Sol there from Montana. So
just the intermediate conditions then. Mr. Flo, thank you for the follow. And TTT Ra. I swear sometimes people just make names for me just to say out really stupidly. You didn't see us today, but one of the new guys that has joined the server is called the Turkey Whacker 99.
That's incredible.
That's a great name. That's up there with obviously Eat the Cookie, because we found that funny, and the Dirty Dolphin.
Oh, Dirty Dolphin. None of them as iconic as Squishy Poop.
Nope. But that's enough about talking about silly names. Can we have a bold prediction from yourself, please, sir?
I never make predictions.
Yeah, of course you don't. Of course you don't.
Alpha Tauris are both going to crash.
Oh! Wait, they're your team?
Yeah, I know. I seem to like jinxing people, so I thought I'd try a bit of reverse psychology.
Okay. I think it's going to be a Montana fruit fight to the beginning. Young Lights is massively on the way back. Psychological advantage and all that. And let's see the likes of NSX Mads, Carlsbury, Thomas down there, and Yelts and Yorno. See if they can make their way through the field.
Is this Yorno's debut?
I think he raced last week. Wait a minute. I'm not even going to bother. He'll go. I've not even got any lights. I've got nothing.
Well, the lights are out.
Oh, they lovely, brilliant. I've got absolutely nothing.
Wait for it. And away we go.
And away we go.
To the Brazilian Grand Prix.
It's very nice of them to do it.
Very tentative start. Fruitful and Bowling both passed on the start down into turn 1.
Bowling's up to...
Bowling's taking the lead.
Yeah. From first to third. Montana very scared at the start.
It was a very tentative start.
Yes, very tiptoey.
Didn't get the wheel spin.
I think everyone's through the centre races for the first time. I think everyone else.
Up to the 16th already.
Yep. So telemetry saying it's going to be a 1 or a 2 stop. It's going to be pretty close. That would be probably 2 stops if you're struggling with tyre wear.
Carlsbury's hit Thomas.
Ooh.
Into the back of the Williams.
So he has probably picked up some front wing damage. Just the spray as well from the guys in front.
A little bit of ding dong going on between Yelp and
yeah. DK and Conzo going side by side. That's for 18th and 19th, and the AM1 driver says no, I want that position back. That's fair play to him. As Bowling crosses the line for the first time. Go on, what's Carlsbury doing?
just looking back, can't see any damage on Carlsbury's car. The telemetry showing the same, so...
Oh, Milan's had a little bit of a spin and he's dropping all the way back. He was alongside... Who was he alongside? KD. He was alongside.
And the ghosting system working its magic there.
Yep, oh, someone will be getting the old collection bag out.
I think new trousers plugins for a couple of drivers had to go through that.
Yeah, so that instant meant there's 1.3 seconds between Yorno and Calzo. I don't know why I'm saying it's that significant, because there's no DRS, unlike the last... Well, unlike all the races this week where DRS has been a massive factor. This is going to just be on pace and pace alone.
Carlsbury getting past Matrix. Matrix, a little bit of a bad exit.
Yeah, Matrix is Reese. Yeah, he's recently got his wheel back, hasn't he? So probably.
I think, I'm pretty sure he literally got his wheel back last Wednesday.
Yes, he did.
And then raced.
So he's probably not up to speed with the game as much as everybody else, as Thomas squeezes Carlsbury to make sure he...
Earlier on the power, Thomas. I think this is going to be the battle through the whole race, is how many times Thomas and Carlsbury are going to accidentally run into each other.
That's a look. Yeah, thinks better of it. Got to remember, got a break. Yeah, he's got to break a little bit earlier on. We will head back to the front, and it is Bolin. That is 1 second away. Unfueled, by the way, with that little amber icon that he's got in the bottom right hand side of your screens.
I think the strategy is to be underfueled though in the wet conditions.
Indeed.
If you've got fuel on board, you're just a boat. What looked like a lock-up from Bowling. Yeah, into South.
Not too costly, and as you can see, the big movers from that cars were up 6, you all know up 4, Calzo's up 3, and so is Jacob, and obviously Bowden with that great start was up to first after the centre S's. Now the benefit for Milan that's had his early spin is that he's still going to be with the group. No one's probably going to go anywhere, so it's all going to be based upon strategy and pace as we have a move for 5th. That's between Vaporizer and Jagos.
Milan, like we said, he got stayed with the back of Mads. And just the train in front of Mads, really.
Well, we've seen it this week that people are quite happy just to sit behind drivers.
Yeah, right, it's a very much DRS heavy track. If you fall out of DRS, generally.
Vaporizer a bit squirrely out of turn 12.
Fall out of DRS, generally you start to have issues.
So head back, because the battle for 9th, 10th and 11th is spicing up a little bit. You all know is unfortunately in a racing point sandwich. He's got Young Lights in front and KD actually holding on very well. There's been conversations about the pace between EU1 and AM1 and what the difference is. So it'll be an interesting investigation to see how the AM1 guys get on in this race.
Obviously, the front of AM1 could easily compete in do you reckon Mark?
Yeah, I was trying not to have a coughing fit. I was trying to deafen the people.
The front of AM1 isn't too far off being on the pace, however, it was interesting to see that KD's really holding on to the 4-1 because the Young Lights gets a little squirrely.
Yeah, Milan's just gone past Mads and no one's really falling off the back. Probably Calzo's the first sign. We've got little pockets now, we've got little trains developing. Thomas is one of them.
Young Light getting a bit laggy as he's...
Oh yeah, I've just seen that.
If you are watching that on stream, we do apologise for inappropriate content.
Yeah, or when he's dropped down to 20th apparently, that's interesting. Nice to see. Oh no, he's back up to 10th again. God, 10 places in one corner. That's amazing. Paul Dake he's off.
Is that a spinner at the back?
He's a spinale. As you sometimes like to put it.
Spinner.
Exactly. Asicone, meanwhile, if I can stop spamming through everything, that'd be great. He's up to 11th. And has gone past the Young Knights. Thomas is getting, well, hassled. Yeah, I was thinking what appropriate word I can use here. Hassled by Carlsbury. And those two seem just to be pushing each other around the track. We are keeping the eye to the gap to the lead. Fruit has closed in a smidge.
He's pushing a little bit.
And Thomas goes down the inside of Young Lights. Shoulders are out, elbows are out, everything was out. Will banged as well.
Guns were out. And Thomas almost forcing his way past Young Lights there.
At the inside, and just, I mean, I'm not going to make a judgment more than that, but they could, both of them could have done it a little bit neater.
Possibly. Gap to the lead, stable now.
Yeah, it's Big Slayer actually, that's just dropping off these guys. Let's see what the ERS situation is. He's worse off, and that's because he's being chased down by NSX Vaporizer.
Only people with warnings as yet are Young Lights, Matrix and Calzo. Nobody in the front group with anything as Young Lights retires in the pits.
Yeah, it wasn't the best start in the world, I think. Had a few bumps and scrapes. Let's see if... So no one has stopped yet, so we'll still keep an eye on the tyres. The tyres, 7 laps old. Well, it depends if we're going to 1-stop or 2-stop. I think it's still going to be a 1-stop race.
2-stoppers are probably going to want to split it up into equal sections.
Yep, they probably will do.
So, pit on lap 12, pit on lap 24, and then go to the end.
Yeah, the yellow flag in sector 2, that's because Young Lights' car has now decided that actually it still wants to continue, even though it's not allowed.
It's a shame that that happens in the game, really.
Yeah.
Really do need to do something about that.
There is a train, and unfortunately for Slayer, he's the one at the front of it. Vaporizer has always been there. Jay Ghost is creeping his way back towards them both, and bringing Jacob and Calzo as well.
To the lead, just holding, and then Montana behind.
Yeah, Montana.
He's just there.
He's just letting them know, I think. But again, people, you know, only a few tenths behind, just struggling to get past. Obviously, no use of DRS as Slayer has a big moment coming out of turn 12.
Put him into the clutches of Vaporizer.
Here we go. Oh, I didn't think you were actually going to wait again. I thought that was going to be his opportunity. Really looked like it.
Here he comes now. Vaporizer locked up the inside. The Dutchman getting no room from Slater. He wants that P4.
Yeah, that door was nice and slammed shut in front of the Mercedes driver. tyre wear for the top 3? No idea, unseen. Blaze is the man. Have we got any telemetry from those people?
We do. So they're all sort of stable around the high 40s. Fruitful's front right, or rear right, sorry, 150%. They're all sort of stable mid to high 40s.
Yeah, Slater really struggling out. That's nearly a second. He's dropped to the guys in front. It's creating this nice buffer.
Once again, we mentioned it about Calzo. He's there to pick up the pieces. If this
meanwhile,
for the
as
lead,
we see in the background, Jordan and Jacob. Jacob's gone through. Oh, Jordan, don't lose the back end through there. Keep it together, sunshine. So, will Calzo now get past Jordan? That's the question. Or can Jordan fight back past? And those gaps are getting ever smaller between this group of 5. KD, as we see in 10th, doing well, representing the AM tiers. Asiko and Dayroot just outside the top 10.
That's how we're currently scoring more points than Alfa Romeo as it stands.
Yeah, Jordan's in.
And that's all about to change.
So is Yorno. Yorno's picked up a speeding penalty low. So that's gonna cost him later on.
He emerges back in the field.
Let's have a look. Oh, and crucially, Jay Ghost gets stuck behind NSX Mads. So this could affect the advantage of the undercut.
Yorno is going to try and catch back up those 3 seconds he lost in the pit lane.
Oh, Jordan goes for it at the top of the hill. Mads gives him the room on the inside and on the outside.
He's done Matty Robbo.
Oh, I wouldn't call it a Matty Robbo. I just did one overtake round there this week.
No, you smashed into MP. You know.
Well, yeah, let's not talk about that. It was a well executed dive bomb. Nothing more, nothing less.
Can a dive bomb be well executed?
Yes, it can. Montana has come in, so he's going to. Yeah, so he's going to try and undercut the guys in front. Slate stays out. I did think he would probably come in. And the Slater train continues. Let's see how much this is affecting the guys behind him. If KD is able to make any progress from his Delta, doesn't look like it. Blaze, no idea. We don't know. We've done 0 wet running this week in the hope it wasn't going to be a wet race. So the guys that are coming now, I would suggest it's going to be a 2-stop. The fact they're pitting now.
Yeah, definitely. I think it would be a 2-stop anyway, unless someone's going to really stretch the
tyres.
That's
massive.
Both of them pick up 5 seconds.
Both of them? Oh, that's huge.
That's huge.
Slater stays out again. This is telling me Slater's going to go for the 1-stop, Blaze, I think.
I think Slater is going to be risking it with a 1-stop.
Or is he going to utilise fresher tyres? I don't know why you would.
Possible.
So here we go. I'm going to jump across to Montana and see where he comes out. It's going to be very close between himself and Fruit, and there's a car in between. car in between, and he's going to try down the inside of turn 6. That's brave.
Not anymore, there's not. Montana past Assicum, did pick up a penalty to do so. Penalty, sorry? The warning.
The warning, yeah. Massive respect shown by Assicum and Davey. I would have probably tried and hang it in there a little bit more.
I imagine he's going to be pitting this lap, so there's not much to fight for.
So,
later in.
Jacob stays out. If it lets me get to Jacob, there we go.
Assicum stays out.
Yeah. Bolin is now up to 3rd, but that is obviously going to be a net P1.
As soon as the Haas and the Red Bull come in, Bolin will be released back into the race lead. Still under-fueled.
So Slater comes out in, I'm going to work this out, P6. So has lost a couple of positions. Jordan's managed to perfect the undercut, which is what he wanted, as he was stuck behind him earlier on.
And crucially, he's now got that car. The car's gap between them with vaporizer to work with.
Well, you see how much that affected Montana on his first lap out. He's actually dropped off. I say dropped off, it's not massive. He's lost a few temps through the pit stops as Jacob and Calzo comes in. Calzo, another person to pick up 5 seconds of speed in the pit lane.
Well, it's not the easiest pit lane at the best of times.
No.
I imagine it's even more difficult in a wet. Fresh set of intermediate tyres on that Pascal. It's out ahead of Calzo.
Yep.
Just.
We should have a look further down. Battle 15th, 16th, 17th. Carsbury's just got past Mads, who still has not stopped yet.
Just the rear camera finally showing its worth. Slater's on board, rear camera showing a little bit of a wobble in the pit exit for Red Bull. And now Calzo is stuck in a very spread out AlphaTauri sandwich.
Yes.
And thrasher tyres though shouldn't be too difficult to...
Well, Calzo's going to be thankful because his teammate Gonzo is at the front of this mini train that we've got going on.
You could call him a cork in the bottle.
Shh. Don't has the cork come in yet. No, he stays out. Stays out for another lap.
He's got the shout from his brother, that's what it is. He's just intimidating.
Yeah. Oi, stay out! Oi!
And he's to hold these weights up.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So, Montana at the moment not living with the pace of Bowen and through. 2.5 seconds now, Blades. That gap's got to between himself and through.
It's quite interesting. Through very similar levels of ERS as well.
Oh,
so
this
Fruit's not burning.
I'll tell you what, this Red Bull's getting parked. You can hear it through the revs on the exits of corners, just parking it.
I think this is going to be it though for Calzo, just Conzo, sorry. I don't think there's much more he can do. Tyres are looking in okay condition.
Yeah, but actually it's put Jay Ghost under pressure straight away, and Jordan's going to lose a place here, possibly to Vaporizer. They go side by side up towards turn 1. Tucks on the inside. Does he get the dive on? No. Jordan cuts him off, and now The two Haas drivers are behind to pounce as well as Yorno, Calzo and I was going to say Carlsbury. Carlsbury's not quite there yet. I was getting ahead of myself.
Just looking at this.
Oh, Slater went for a lunge. Jacob down, lost traction on the outside. Then it's Yorno. I don't know. There's three cars going everywhere. Oh, and that looks like Calzo nearly got pushed onto the grass by Yorno. Gap to the podium is 12 seconds away, so the front three will be laughing. Would they be like Cheshire Cats?
It's like an actual F1 race.
It is. Feistiness and overtaking. Elbows out.
And the front three running away with it.
Pit strategy's open as Yorno and Calzo. Calzo has got past. He's no longer in that sandwich and just needs to catch up a little bit to the guys ahead. Jay Ghost also falling off the back. That's 6/10 in a lap to the front three. So are we expecting Blades, everyone to stop again? Or is this it?
I think it's a fair expectation for everyone but Asako to stop again. And Asako, Matrix and Combs also. I don't think they'll stop. Remains to be seen what happens. Asako has the gap of Thomas, who maybe wants something and Yell in front of him, maybe wants something and
Jacob is closing and closing and closing and is going to get past Slater. Just about. Team orders working perfectly there. So Jacob with that on that fresher rubber can now go and attack and pressurise vaporizer in front. Gap up front still half a second. We are keeping an eye out on it, but this battle for fourth seems to be where we are. But Blades, though, you can see the pace though. What Calfrey was it 4.5 seconds off this train?
4 seconds off the back, and he's now dropped that gap by 3 seconds. It's a good job from Carsbury to get it back down to that low. Don't jinx anything, the Alpha Tower is not scoring there. Remains to be seen what happens, but I'm just saying.
Now, that is crucial. Jordan's just picked up 3 seconds. So that 3 seconds puts him 5 places down straight away. If it stays as it is, although he's just ghosting. What's he doing there?
Ghosted.
Ghosted, well, he just got no drive out the final corner and look, down to lost 3 positions, 4 positions nearly.
Tries to go around the outside.
That's not going to work. I'll tell you what, Calzo's going to be opportunistic though.
And I said he was always there. It's through Jordan now. And Jordan slipping back into the clutches with Yorma.
That was so strange. He just did not have any drive out of that. Well, the initial getaway wasn't bad, but then as he came over the crest on the left hand side, just had no pace. Missed that moment from
Jacob. Gets to see what he can do attacking P4.
Now, if the front three are going to two-stop, I have just seen something that has developed.
What has developed?
Well, vaporizer is 14.6 seconds behind Montana. You wouldn't think, as Yorno is the next person to go past Jay Ghost. You wouldn't think he would be holding the rest up to then allow Montana to come back out straight away in front of them. It's a bit far-fetched, I know, but would you actually be thinking that?
Be interesting. Vaporizer, obviously, Mercedes teammate of Montana, could stay and try and hold people up, hold Bolin, Fruitful, Jacob, Slater, those guys up. So Montana stands more of a chance. But I don't see what's your point. You're just risking your own race. Try and hold someone up.
Speaking of points, Racing Point are not scoring any today. That KD's retired in the pits, and it's a double
Racing Point retirement on your bingo curve.
A double DNF right there. Carsbury is
both cars decided to drive out.
There we are. Carsbury's the next one on the list to get past the Ferrari of Jay Ghost. Didn't quite manage to get past him into turn one, and has picked up an extra 3 seconds for all his troubles. We'll watch Calzo try and go past Yorno, and then Jordan's managed. Yeah, he's managed to hold that off. Yelp and Milan going side by side. Yelp's got passed through there. 3 moves pretty much happening in one corner. Beautiful.
There's a little bit of damage on the front of the Ferrari there. Turns out it was just one I saw.
Well, with the task system that we have in place, we'd probably be able to spot that. Whether these drivers, all of them, have it on is another issue completely, as we are 2/3 of the way through this race. Top 3 all look like it's going to be, at the moment, set in stone, with Vaporizer dropping further and further behind, as Yorno and Jay Ghost come in for their second stop. So, yep, 2 stop, like we were talking about earlier on.
Out of traffic, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a sensible decision. They've got a gap, I think, to Mads down in 17th, and some free air.
Yeah, getting themselves out of the train, so should be quicker than theirs. They'll have each other for company. Obviously, Jordan, a bit more of a gap now as Yorno served his penalty.
And we've seen already that running out of the train has benefited a few drivers this season. That's Thomas's second penalty in a couple of laps.
Which is quite strange when you think about it, because normally around here you want to be in that train with DRS all the time. And it seems like these drivers are benefiting so much from being away from the train.
As Vaporize is in, so he's the first one off outside the top 3 to pull the trigger. Milan has come in again, Yelp's come in, he's only done 6 laps on those. As we've got Vaporizer and Mature, Vaporizer very close to touching that, the barrier on the right hand side of the pit exit.
Just ends up behind Matrix, but if he can clear Matrix and Thomas, he's got a gap to ascertain. But he should be able to run relatively free clear them.
But what this does is, though, for Vaporize, if Matrix is still in front, either Jacob or Big Slater will probably look to pit, maybe. And try and get out ahead of him. As Montana comes in, Jacob will go past. Slater may go past.
Castro picks up 5 seconds.
Yep.
And seems I'm going to take over, so is avoiding an invasion of the commentary box.
Sorry, those the Essex SWAT teams banging down the door. You know how it is. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1.
Yeah, it's the Ferrari of Matrix.
It is Matrix.
His wings fine though, he'll be able to carry on, but those tyres will not thank him for that.
Yep. And for the first time in a long time, I'd probably just nip and see how to the front, see how the leaders are doing. Fruitful still stuck behind the McLaren, and they both pit together. Oh, and he nearly snuck past as well. Jacob stays out again. No, he's not. He's still not round yet. But Montana is hunting him down. Goes to the inside. Should be pretty easy for Montana. And Montana, in fact, has jumped both of them.
He has.
He's jumped both of them. That's incredible. That's 2 or 3 seconds. And the really bad thing for those guys is they've come out behind cars. They're in traffic now. As Calzo goes down the inside, Fruitful's going to try and get past Bolin. They will bang. This is battle for the net P2. Fruit round the outside. He's going to try and hold it. He's going to use that Red Bull. In fact, he's going to. That was defending from Bolin to attack the Red Bull Calzo.
And Bolin, I feel sorry for Bolin there because he was absolutely boxed in.
Yep. Fruit played that well, and they're seeing bridge a gap now to Bolin. Needs to get the move done. He's desperate for it though, but Calzo better drive initially out the last corner, not taking the optimum line though. Calzo comes into the pits. Now Fruit going round the long way round of Slade, trying to ease him out a little touch there just to let him know he was there, and he's got Fruit. So Bolin's gone from first to third. He's been absolutely mugged off.
Oh, and he's later on the brakes than Slater there. Manages to get past with a little bit of wheel banging.
Yeah, Slater looked to try and get back though.
Miles back now though. So,
yes.
Fruitful. Jacob is the buffer.
I'm going to say thank you, Robert. We completely forgot about that in the excitement of it. Speeding in the pit lane penalties for both of them.
They both served them, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why they've come out behind Montana. That explains it. Let's see who stopped twice. Top 3 have stopped twice. Now the top 4, Jacob has come in. Vaporizer, Ghost, Carlsbury, Yorno, Yelt, Milan, Fruit and Bolin pick up 3 seconds each as well.
I really hope Asicom's one stopping. I think he's left it too late for a new set now.
He is. I'm saying the same about Slater, but Slater will be in trouble though. So the fastest up currently is held by Carlsbury, 15.7.
Yeah, just been from the start of the race. When conditions were slightly better.
Tom's picked up another penalty. That's at least 9 seconds that I'm aware of, which could drop him out the points if he's not careful.
Arsenal getting a bit squirrely.
Yep.
Final sector is fruitful, just rips that fastest lap away from
Yeah, he's on the charge.
He wants his P1 back.
Do we know the penalty situation for the front three? Oh, new underwear for Bolin. That McLaren got massively out of shape.
Fruitful has 3 seconds, Bolin has 3 seconds, and Slater is clean.
Slater's
as well
clean.
as Montana obviously being clean.
Oh, of course. Jacob is trying to get past Thomas. That's down into turn 4. Gets the move done on the fresh intermediates and is hoping to probably make a couple more places before the end of the race. So we've got battle for 9th by the looks of things, 9th down to 12th. Fair enough, it's the same guys that have been battling for those positions for the entirety of the race: Conzo, Ghost, Calsbury and Yorno. And then it'll be Jacob and Vaporizer trying to hunt down Asako. On debut, strong drive so far in P5. And like Slater and Thomas and Conzo by the looks of things, committed to the 1 stop.
Yeah, which is interesting. I didn't expect to see a 1 stop at the start of this race, but obviously the guys feeling confident.
Jay Ghost and Carsbury going side by side through the centre S's. Ghost managed to hang on to it, defended well. Carsbury will have to try again. That will probably be next lap.
Mercedes and Vaporizer is all over the back of Asako now.
Let's jump over to that battle for P5. Just seeing the superior grip of the fresh Inters, or the fresher Inters, and ones that are 7 laps older.
You can still see the tread on Vaporizer's Inters compared to Asako.
Now, if Vaporizer doesn't get this done, it's looking like Slater may have pulled out a genius tactical decision. And Vaporizer doesn't, so he's still stuck behind the Alfa Romeo. We'll go back to Carsbury and Jay Ghost, round 3, 4, 5, I don't know by this point. And Carsbury's got that one done. Will Jordan be able to fight back? Probably not. Actually, more under pressure from Yorno from behind. They go side by side. We will now see the AlphaTauri on the inside of the corner. Will banging still. Keep it.
Jordan's
No.
off, and he's gonna barely take damage on that front wing.
Yeah, DK's off on the grass. That's who that is. And Carsbury now on the back of Conzo. Thomas at the front of the train.
It's Renault off, I think.
Is
no.
DK getting out the way? He's a lap
DK
down.
staying out the way.
Because even though he's ghosting, he's moved out the way, which is what drivers have been asked to do if they are a lap down.
Yeah, see, let's sit on the racing line and impede people's vision of the braking zones. You've got to run wide there to let Mads through.
Very squirrely. Getting on the power of drivers. Now knowing this is the chance, they've not got long left. Need to make positions up. Battles that we're looking out for. We're looking out for 4 Vaporizer hunting down Big Slayer, who's gone with the 1 stop compared to the 2 stops of the guys around him. Assicom's also doing the one stop, as well as Thomas and Konzo.
Slater could be in trouble. 10 lap older tyres.
I think he will be. His teammate on the other hand, Jacob, is trying to close onto the back of the Davison. I think it would just be the 6th place for Jacob if this is the case. Carsbury is pushing round.
Oh, and Vaporizer!
Konzo! Vaporizer's dropped. Where?
I think his wheel might have disconnected.
If it has, that is very unfortunate.
He was in AI, and I think his wheel or his controller disconnected, I'm not sure. Allowed Assicom back past, and it was a very scary moment, as that Alfa Romeo only barely squeezed between Vaporizer and the pit wall.
So Vaporizer's gonna have to go again. Alfa Romeo defending to the inside, trying to squeeze him, can't go around there. Jacob, it's allowed Jacob though to catch up, tentatively down the inside. They're both trying to give each other room and not cause a collision. They're going to hug each other though around the outside of turn 9. And Vaporizer has got past him again, but look at Jacob. He can sense what's going to happen. He's ready to pounce, make up a position himself. Deep low into turn 12.
Has to be ready to disappear.
And Calzo and Konzo are going side by side. Wow. Through the kink at the top of the hill. Ducks into the slipstream behind. Using overtake. Goes to the outside. He's going to try and hug it round the outside. And does so. Yorno's there as well. We will go.
Defending.
We will go back to Jacob.
Look for that move, but nothing doing for the Haas driver.
No. And Konzo's managed to stay ahead. Or has he? No, Yorno's got past.
Oh, and Assicom's got a puncture. Front left puncture on the Alfa Romeo.
No. If he's got a puncture, if I'm Slater now, I'm absolutely bricking it.
Front left puncture.
He's got a puncture.
On the Alfa Romeo. On the second to last lap.
Absolute heartbreak for the Alfa Romeo driver, who's having a cracking debut. And here we go, Vaporizer on the back of Slater. This one's... Oh, Slater, I'm just giving this one up and making sure I can get home, yeah.
Assicom comes into the pits. What a shame for the Italian in that Alfa Romeo.
Oh, no contact, I think, I'm not sure, I don't know.
No contact, Slater just lost it.
Vaporizer nearly did as well.
Coming out of the curve of the soul.
So promotes Jacob. Slater's somehow just about keeping it on the island.
Yeah, he's got no front wing on that left side.
But so we are going to
fall into the clutches of Thomas.
Head over to Montana. He's got out of the last braking zone.
Oh, Slater's got a puncture!
Oh no!
The right puncture.
Meanwhile, NSX Montana, our championship leader, will cross the line and finish first on track, and Fruit is in second. We will wait for Bolin and see how he does. That is the podium third. Vaporizer. Well,
Carsbury gets through Thomas. He's hit the back of Slater. Thomas is up the inside. Carsbury and Thomas side by side.
There's 6. What? There's 6. Who's that there? Someone's mugged them all off. It's Yorno. Yorno's mugged them all off.
What a
fantastic
final lap.
Slater's just dropping like a fly with that puncture. Yorno. Jacob actually gets up to 5th in the end. All the penalties going on. Slater still picks up a point because he had no penalties. Absolutely incredible finish. It sparked late on. 2 punctures. penalties played its part again around Brazil. What a surprise. But the front three was as we expected from the halfway stage of the race. Montana with the victory, NSX Fruitful in second, and VR46 Bowling in third.
Driver of the day, Yorno. Deservedly, I feel.
Yeah.
Yorno.
Was in EU4 for the first couple of weeks. We knew what his pace was. Jumped him up to EU1. And he'll be happy with that result.
Well, there you go then. What an incredible race. Spark towards the end. Montana extending his championship lead over second place man NSX Fruitful. Fellow Dutchies Bolin and Vaporizer behind, with the Haas of Jacob making up 11 positions, 6 positions to finish P5, with Yorno an excellent drive from the Alpha Tauri in P6, Konzo P7, Yelt P8, Slater P9, and Calzo picking up the final point in P10.
I'm so glad you can see that, because I can't, because I've still got a please wait screen.
Oh, what a shame.
And a saving game.
Oh, and I didn't scroll down.
I love this game. I love this game.
So, this is the last time you'll ever see me on EU1 commentary. I'm going to be shot.
This is the last time I'm going to be able to broadcast anything, because I will be hung, drawn and quartered. Before that happens, I suppose we will get the top 3 in for some interviews quickly, a quick chat, and we will then round off the stream. That's it. We're going to be killed. We are actually going to be killed.
We are going to be killed. We will die.
If I'm not on commentary next week, you know why.
On that bombshell.
Yeah. It is time to end. Let's go to the showroom. Let's find a Mercedes in its black livery. Here we go. In all its magnificence. The podium gentlemen are arriving. We shall have a chat with them first. Bowden is here, so let's get started with P3. Bowden.
Yes.
Unlucky with obviously the speeding in the pit lane penalty. That seemed to have possibly cost you a victory today. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, unfortunately, Fruit and I get the penalty. It was a bit strange because we to race with racing line, we brake on the braking point. I did earlier, but we get the 5 second unfortunately. But Fruit was much faster than me. When he was in front, he was just flying away. And yeah, Montana did a good job with getting no penalties.
As you said, Fruit was faster than you, but I would say that's a good defensive drive for the first half of the race to keep him in front then.
Yeah. I saw already he was faster because he was going 1 second behind me. Then the lap after he was 6 tenths, 5 tenths. He was pushing on me, so I knew he was fast. But yeah, at the second stint he came past me, so he was gone.
Alright. Is Fruit here, please?
Yeah.
Has he arrived? Lovely. Fruitful, how was it? Obviously, same situation as Bowden, probably disappointed with the penalty, but I think it looks pretty even out front between you three throughout the race.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah, as Bowden said, the penalty, the racing line didn't work out how it has to do. So I just braked earlier than I had to, but just went in with 86. Was really surprised with that. So that caught me totally off guard. In the race, I was just stuck behind Bolin the whole first stint, the second stint as well. It was so difficult to even get close. When you got close, you kept blocking the brakes and just kept going wide. It was simply impossible to follow in the rain around this track. So there was no opportunity for me to pass. And then finally we got to traffic in the third stint, I think, and that's where I got the pass. So really unfortunate that I couldn't choose my pace how I wanted it to do. But anyways, GG to Montana and Boden for this good race. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to the race victor. Montana, you must be pretty proud. Obviously, you may have picked up on the guys' penalty situation in front, but extending your lead in the championship. Another solid performance. Just a quick summary of how it all went for you.
The start was probably the saddest thing of 2020. I knew I was gonna get sucked up by them, but it was so painful. And I was a bit motivated after the first stint. I only lost like 2 seconds or something. Undercut didn't quite work out. I knew that I had to brake earlier than the racing line because I messed up in the last game there all the time when it was wet. So I braked like before the corners even started in the pit lane. I only thought Bolin had one because I think Fruitfuls didn't show up on stream. So I was happy with P2 if I could get that, but I was a bit surprised, and absolutely no pace in comparison to the two others. I was a bit surprised to jump both, so I took it, and somehow didn't lose all my 5-second gap to Fruitful in the last 10 laps. Not a deserved in probably. I take it anyways.
You'll take those. Any just a last question that can go to all three of you. Any thoughts of the one stop? It was mentioned, or it was shown as a strategy, or were just the tyres a bit naff, a bit rubbish?
I had like almost 80% when I pitted on 12.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that's
Same here. Same.
Okay. Nice to see Cody's was giving me myself and Blades some lovely strategies. Then one stop, obviously not.
As we saw at the end, the one stoppers
doesn't quite work.
Punches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was possible, but my driving style's absolute shite on the tire, so no way I
going
could
too quick to do it.
I mean, I don't want to say that, but
Well, gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Congratulations to you for all reaching the podium. Montana, congratulations on your victory. Blades, thank you for helping out this evening after the complete panic and chaos that we had just before the start. A pleasure to commentate with you as always. And that just leaves us over to AM1, which should be on in about how many hours from now?
2.5 hours time.
2.5 hours time, and then we'll leave you to the trusted trio of Kitten, Bodhod. Kitten's not there,
Kitten.
of course.
Bodhod and Kono.
Bodhod and Kono. Thank you everyone for watching, and good night.